Got Air Force coming in on Wednesday. Saw some improvement in our game against San Jose. So excited to get back home and play at home. And guys are back in school, so we'll have today and tomorrow to get ready, and then we'll play them on Wednesday.
Any update on the status of Colin, if you know you'll have him?
I don't know. We'll have him today. No contact, and the doctors will rule if he can play on Wednesday today after practice. So I'll know more after today. Today's the 9th day. Tomorrow's the 10th day, I think. I think so.
Wednesday
Close.
is a possibility, though.
Yeah, Wednesday's a possibility if they clear him.
How do you prepare for Princeton offense and what they run?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we've done it a lot of different ways. We've switched a lot. We've guarded it just regularly, but we'll try to do some different things and switch it up on them. And it's hard to prepare for. It's the hardest game to prepare for all year. So we'll do some drills today to try to get ready for it and let the guys see it. But I told them, I said it's the hardest mental game that they're going to have. By possession standpoint, tempo standpoint, and then also guarding them. But I think the biggest thing is the clock helps us.
You guys, obviously the final score was impressive, but a lot of teachable moments in the game film for some of the guys from
Yeah.
San Jose State.
Yeah.
Really?
A lot.
Anything specific? I mean, at the point guard.
No, I
or
just
some of
think
the freshmen
the things you have to do when you come out of timeouts, you got to execute offense. You got to do little things, and I didn't take anybody out for bad shots or turnovers. I thought the group that needed the most experience played the last 3 minutes or 2 minutes, and they didn't score a basket. So those are teaching points or teaching moments. So, you can't. You have to finish the game, and our guys don't understand that sometimes. Even though you don't play the score, you play the game.
Is there a way you can exploit Air Force's matchup zone? Seems like they do that a lot.
Well, I think the biggest thing, JP, is we just got done watching 3 of our games from last year. We just couldn't make outside shots, and I think we're more armed to do that this year. I think we're more armed to get some paint scores. We got very little paint scores last year against them. I think we're on 49 for the 6-minute mark to the last 20 seconds of that game up there. And we just didn't make. We haven't made enough shots, but you have to make shots, and you got to try to score it, and then you got to try to guard them a little bit. Don't give them anything easy. But biggest thing is you got to make some jump shots, and you got to have a low post threat, and I think we got that now.
You guys are getting the touches to Tim Williams pretty consistently. Are you getting him where you want him to? Not just getting the ball, but I mean, is he getting him in good position?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think he missed 4 point-blank shots last week, Saturday. So if he makes those, he goes for 30. So I think we're getting him where we want him to get him. I think he's got to get out of which block he wants it on. I think he's got to be more versatile, and we got to put him in different spots and move him into different spots. But he's got to learn how to play on both sides and both blocks. So, we've tried to do that, and I thought we did a nice job getting him the ball when we need him to get the ball. But a lot of it's learning for him too. You got to screen, and then once you screen, then you're going to be open, and you got to continue to do that. But I think he's learning that, and he's gotten better. But we got to continue to get those touches inside, and not only him, we got to throw the ball to O. I think we miss him a lot and don't throw him the ball enough. So hopefully we'll do a better job of that.
Dane's been a guy you've been talking about wanting to get clicking, got clicking.
Mm-hmm.
Things starting to, he's figuring it out.
I think it's slowing down for him. I think it was a little fast, and I think he had a lot of things going on, and it's new. So I think every freshman comes in thinking that they're going to be world beaters, and you want them to think that, but I don't think it's as easy as everybody thinks it is.
Yeah, Coach. Sorry, just had a brain fart. Kind of a similar question to JP's, but what makes playing Air Force or getting ready for Air Force so mentally draining?
Well, I think the pace they play at, how they execute, I think the biggest thing is they're very disciplined. They're very strong-willed. They're mentally tough. I mean, it's pretty obvious. So, you just have to be focused and guard them, and you have to get stops. You can't give them any easy backdoor cuts. You can't give them any scores in transition. You have to guard the 3-point line. So, they got Coker back, Lyons back, and Graham back. So they got a nice team. They do a good job. So it'll be a tough challenge for us. It's always a challenge when you play them.
Seems like every year they get somebody.
Mhm.
I don't want to say it's a trap game, but if you overlook them, this seems like a team.
Yeah, our guys can't overlook anybody, and I think they've gotten better at that. I think that showed on Saturday. I think our guys have got into the thing where they play the level of their competition, or read into too much and don't play the level of who they are. And if they play up to their level and how they can play, then they can be successful. And they've got to continue to do that. So that's a big thing.
Graham's had a pretty good year, and he's not
Right.
just appearance-wise. He doesn't look like a forward in the Mountain West, but he comes up with rebounds and stats. What do you see on film that
He just plays hard, and he's talented. I mean, he can score the basketball from outside. He can score it driving, but he's long, and he fits the system they play. So that's why he's able to play, as a forward in our conference. And they play that matchup zone, and you don't get a lot of one-on-one where he's got to guard big guys in the paint or low post scores in the paint. So, he's a very versatile kid that does a great job.
The Fresno State game on Saturday, I know, ended up being a one-point game. Games like that surprise you with Air Force, that they're still able to be in a game like that?
No, nothing surprises me with Air Force.
Were you pleased with Jordan Hunter and the way he filled?
Yeah, I thought he played well. I thought they did a nice job. I thought both of them did good, and they got to continue to get better. But it'll help with our depth and how we play, and it's always good to win a game, and those guys play well.
Do you feel good about then going in for another game like that if Cullen isn't able to go on Wednesday?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I have no choice. So, yeah, I feel good. I like my guys, so I don't. I'm not really worried about it. If he can't play, then I'm good with what we have. If he can play, then we're good.
The last game was on Campus Insiders.
Right.
A couple other games that haven't been televised or haven't been in mass television audience. Does it hurt the program, or how much does it take away from you and the league when you don't get the exposure on the television aspect that maybe you have in the past?
Well, I think our games. I think one thing is at least it's on something. Before we've played those games where it hasn't been on anything. It's. I mean, let's be honest. If you're a TV network, you're not going to pick up a game when there's less than 1,000 people in the stands. You're just not going to do it. Doesn't matter. They're picking up games that's competitive games, and they're going to be good games, and people are going to watch and get viewers. So, it is what it is, and I think we've had a lot of good games on TV. I think we get good coverage. I don't think it hurts us. You'd like to see a lot more games on ESPN, but that's just not the way our league is set up right now. So that's just part of it.
Coach, I saw, I know Frank tweeted about it, I think Jeff tweeted about it.
Mm-hmm.
But being called New Mexico State, on social media, I don't know if you've heard anything about that, but it was kind of a wire report after the win over San Jose State. They keep referring to you guys as New Mexico State. Just wondering
Who
if you-
does?
The AP put out the initial story had state in the headline.
ESPN seems like it confuses it quite a bit too.
ESPN picked up the AP wire. It was an AP error.
So it went around, basically.
Yeah.
Before they finally corrected it. But just wondering what you thought about it.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah.
I think Jeff's sabotaging it. I think it happens periodically throughout the whole country with schools, but I didn't even know it happened.
Even Campus Insiders, who did the game, had it on their website as New Mexico State. So
Exactly. You said enough, but